Big shout out to all the fans of Hymnodia. Thank you for the feedback and all the love. And keep watching your Hymnodia on all the TV stations and especially on YouTube too. Go check out Hymnodia. I'll let you know how to reach them at the end of the show. Once again, my name is Shala Rogers and I bid you a warm welcome to Hymnodia on Radio. Hymnodia on Radio is a program that runs here on this station Sundays at 7 a.m. and XL FM in Uyo from 8 to 9 a.m. every Sunday morning, presented by Dean Ben Ogbewi. And of course, everybody knows Ben Ogbewi, come on. And it's 1 hour of hymns, and that's why we're so excited. But on Mondays, the Inviction radio show happens, and I get to speak with people who initially don't like me because they don't want to be here, but they are here. What can they do about it? Well, it's all good, isn't it? It's all good, right? It's all good, right? All right. Once again, I would like to welcome the Invicted Imtestants. I'm getting it right? Invicted Imtestants.
Yeah,
for real, eh?
Sure.
All right. So we've got Emmanuel and Ogochukwu. Am I right?
Yes. Sure, you are.
Okay, so Emmanuel and Ogochukwu are contestants number
12
and
8.
Okay, so contestants number 12 and 8 got evicted this weekend from the institute.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And of course, you're here, sadly or gladly. How do you see it?
Either way.
Thank you. I like that. I know, whatever it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, a big shout out to all the people watching us out there on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for being a part of this. We will be delving into Hymnodia season 2, and I've asked a couple of people this question. I'm gonna go to Emmanuel now, and first things first, let me ask you, how did you get to hear about Hymnodia?
Oh, I have a friend who actually told me that his friend attended
season 1,
and he told me, I'd like you to attend.
Try.
Yeah, to try. I said, what's it about? He said it's about hymns, and that I will even know the guy who actually attended them. And fortunately, I knew the guy.
You knew the guy?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name?
David.
Okay.
So I started keeping track of when the next audition would be.
It was going to come up and all of that.
So as soon as it came, I went for
Boom.
it. And to God be the glory, I made it in. Here we are.
Hold that thought for 1 second. Let's get to hear from Ogochukwu.
Okay, I have a friend as well who was.
Thank God for friends.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank God for friends.
For good friends.
Good friends.
Yes.
Thank you. Good friends. Important.
Yes. Okay, so my friend is still a part of the choir, Hymnodia choir. So she was a part of the choir last season, and she told me that I'll make a good contestant. Exactly. For the next season. I was like, okay, what's it about? Because then I did not really know
about season 1. Yeah,
exactly. So she intimated me about everything about Hymnodia, and okay, then she kept track for me.
Wow.
Exactly. Then when it was time, she sent me the audition.
Time.
Exactly.
It's
Just
time.
said it's time. Okay, you can. They want you to send the video, do your video and everything. I said okay. Then I did, and here I am.
Whoa. So, where are you guys based? Where do you live? What part of Nigeria do you live?
Here in Lagos.
Okay. What about you?
I live in Lagos as well.
All right. So, here you are in Lagos. You haven't heard about Hymnodia, and you had 2 friends. Your stories are so similar, right?
Yes.
And very coincidental, because you guys didn't even meet until you got to the Institute.
Yes.
Or maybe at the auditions or whatever.
Actually, the Hymnodia is for me and Emmanuel.
For real?
Yeah, I saw him at the audition venue.
But you were no friends.
We didn't have a conversation.
Yeah.
So it was.
Let's talk about the auditions.
Okay.
At least fast forward from our friends letting us know what Hymnodia is about to getting to the point where we're talking about being a part of Hymnodia season 2 proper.
Okay.
Let's talk about the auditions. You both put in your video entries.
Yes.
Of all the thousands of videos that were sent in, yours made the cut,
Yes.
and you were invited.
Yes.
How did you feel?
I felt lucky because I was like, so how? Like, I've never seen myself as a lucky person. So how did I get through?
My
So,
luck has changed.
Like how? Like okay, I don't know anybody there. So how did it happen? So that was what I kept asking myself. But I felt like okay, God wanted me to do something for Him with music. I guess that's why
That's why I'm
calling
here.
me. Exactly. So He was calling me. I kept scaling through each process.
Every process.
Even with the hurdles I faced, even with the challenges.
Hold on the hurdles and the challenges. We're going to come back to hurdles and challenges.
All right.
And the same question goes to you, Emmanuel.
Oh well, I was so happy. I was so happy that I made it through the auditions. Like it was a great one for me. I kept thanking God. Even when I was making the video, I said to myself, like, am I even making? Is the video okay? I didn't get to peak. Is it about the
Is the
voice
quality
alone?
good?
Is
Is
the
it,
quality good?
you
Like,
know?
should I do something else? And
Should I even go and look for another friend with,
Oh, you know,
with iPhone 11? You know?
just big house, flashy house.
You know? But you just did your thing.
I just did, and praise to God, I
You made it to the
I made it,
auditions.
I made it.
Now, at the auditions, I saw a video and I saw people vibing.
Yeah.
Strangers.
Yeah.
All coming together. Praising God. Like, just basically using their talent, their voice.
Yeah.
Did you experience that? I wasn't there. I saw the video.
That's what music does. You understand? It just puts you in the moment. You know, especially when you're singing with a cause or to a to a supernatural being as our God. I mean, so it just gets you in the moment and you are already,
We have a friend in the studio who is Mr. Baritone, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We both know this is our friend.
Yes.
Okay, so, but what would you say you are if that guy is a baritone? Are you a tenor? Are you a bass? Whatever. What are you?
I'm a soprano.
Wear the glasses. Don't break the glass. Don't break the glass.
They're the ones that scream out.
Yes, and Emmanuel, what about you?
I'm a baritone too.
All right. We are now being harassed by baritones. You people should take it easy. So this is the story. This is the journey. And a big shout out to everybody out there, especially the organizers of Hymnodia. Thank you for bringing something refreshing to our TV screens and also onto social media. Now, I've always been an advocate of how people use things. It's not, don't make a blanket ban and say TV is bad. Oh, the internet is bad. Oh, social media is bad. Hymnodia has shown us TV is not bad. You can actually watch something that edifies.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Social media is not bad because you guys got into Hymnodia through social media.
Yes.
So it's the way you use it, right?
Exactly.
So would you say you've been using it right? Both of you?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd say so.
All right.
I have.
So let's move. Let's move now.
Okay.
So we make it to the auditions, right? And at the auditions, there were a whole lot of people there.
Yes.
And these are people that were selected. And any of those people could have made it into the final 14. Although season 2 is unique because Eneche, who is a doctor now, had to get that pass from season 1. So, but you guys didn't know about that until later, right? Let me tell you a story. Season 1, the day of the opening of the Institute, there was a twist. There was an extra person who other people didn't know about,
Okay.
who was invited also.
Okay.
So there were 15, and on the stage, people were like, "Okay, wait, it's supposed to be 14 people." So he had to battle with one person,
Wow.
and the process of selection, the person he battled with ended up winning Hymnodia season 1.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that's Kenneth. Wow.
Kenneth.
Yeah.
So imagine if he had beat Kenneth at that battle. He wouldn't have even been a part of the institute.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I said that story to make you know that look, things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
It wasn't a mistake
Yes.
that you had friends rooting for you already, saying get involved with Hymnodia. So let's move away from that. Okay, so auditions, people vibing, it was nice and all of that. Then you guys had to write your hymns.
Yes.
In Nature's case, because he sat here a few weeks ago,
Yes.
he had been writing hymns, being a choir master and all of that. But is this the same with both of you, or did Hymnodia make you write your first hymns?
For me, Hymnodia made me. In fact, Hymnodia pushed me
To write your first hymn.
beyond what I thought was my limits to
Well,
write my first hymn. So
What about you?
I would say the same. I wrote my first hymn as soon as I got to Hymnodia, like, you know.
You wrote your first hymns. Hymnodia pushed you, and I like the way you said it. It was not pushed you to your limits, beyond your limits,
Yes.
beyond what you
I
thought
felt
was your
Was it?
limit.
Yeah,
To write, you see, you feel exactly the same way. You're saying, yeah, you
Exact-
agree, right?
exactly.
That's what Hymnodia did for you.
Yes.
So you have become a different kind of musician now.
exactly.
Yes.
Now, talking about musicians, do you play any instruments, Emmanuel?
Well, I don't play any instrument. I use my voice is my music instrument.
I love that. My voice is my instrument. What about you, Ogochukwu?
Same here.
I love it. I love it. Why did I ask is that I know that some of us are versatile. It doesn't take anything away from you. You get
Yes.
doesn't take anything away. It just adds more, to God's glory. That like people that He has given talent are actually using it to praise Him and worship Him.
Exactly.
So you made it to the institute. You, of all the thousands of people who entered, you were the chosen 14, plus NHA making 15. What was it like for you? What was it like, Emmanuel?
Wow. Into the hymn institute. It's been a lot to be grateful to God about. Making it into the hymn institute was an opportunity for me. Like, I count myself lucky.
When you got the call
Yeah.
that you had made it, what were you doing? What did you feel? How did you feel?
At first, I had to excuse everybody that was around me that time. Like, told them, please, you have to calm down. I need to receive this call. It was really a special one, and I was expecting. So as soon as I picked it, said, "Hello, Emmanuel. This is Hymnodia," and I was so happy. I can't even express how happy I was. And then I said, "Well, this call is made specifically from that we're seated here and want to know about." I was so delighted to hear from Hymnodia. Usually you get,
All sorts of stories,
all sorts of
but some things are not real.
Yeah.
It became very real that
As
day.
soon as I got that call, I was like, God, this is happening, and it could have only been you that made this possible. So I'm grateful.
I got you. Cool.
Okay, for me, I got that call. I tried a lot. 'Cause I was alone at home. I tried a lot to contain myself through the call. Because in fact, at some point, he said, calm down. I said, okay. So after the call, after the questions, the session, and I just dropped my phone. I shouted. I was like, God, finally, really?
But there was no one there.
No, I was just shouting. I was like, I thought I was going crazy at some point. Like, girl, calm down now. But then I was overjoyed. I didn't know. I was like, is this really happening to me?
Yeah.
Am I doing something like this for the very first time in my life? So it was it's a very good experience for me.
Now this is you who are taught. I'm not lucky.
Yes.
Then your luck goes beyond being selected for the auditions to
Exactly.
making it into the institute.
Exactly.
That's not luck anymore, right?
That's
That's
grace.
blessing. That's grace. That's no
Blessing.
longer luck, right?
Exactly.
It's gone beyond luck, right?
Yeah.
So you guys make it to the institute. You're in the institute, and you meet all these amazing musicians. You meet all your intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like for you?
Oh wow.
At least the first couple of days and the
Yes.
first couple of minutes and hours. What was it like? What was that feeling like?
I will not lie. I felt a little intimidated.
Thank you. Remember, we're keeping it real, right?
Yes.
And I love what you just said now.
Yes. I was like, okay, am I supposed to compete with these guys? Like, what
Like,
am I
for
supposed
real?
to bring to the table? I don't know what. So I was, but at some point I started hearing comments. Okay, I love your voice. I love it. I said, oh, really? It's okay. I have something that one of them or some of them love. Admire. Okay, started boosting my confidence a bit, gradually, and then again, they are amazing people. I don't know. I think God just brought us together for
God selected by himself.
Selected rightly, exactly. So if you're feeling this type of way, there's somebody always there to encourage you, to help you out.
Right.
But like this guy here with me, Emmanuel, right now is a helper. Everybody knows, as in he's musically gifted and he shares it. He's not stingy with it. So there's always someone to lift you up and help you see that you are more than what you think you are.
You're more than what you think you are. Yes. Mr. Helper Man. Tell me about that same experience.
Wow. Meeting these guys in the house. I love to meet musicians. I love to share. I love to, know what
exchange ideas,
know what you know, and then let's flow. I love to get into the groove instantly. And I met people who were into this thing like for real. Like the passion was just there. I met people who could sing. Like I saw new things and then I learned new things. These guys are really amazing. Before we knew what was going on, the first 3 days or so, we had a theme song, like a prayer in the house. We compose instantly, and then
it was spontaneous,
and since then we've been doing that in the house. Wow.
Talking about doing that in the house, I saw the video, and I was like, wow, I wish I was a fly on the wall in that place. You guys broke into song, and it was The Lion King.
Okay.
What happened? How did that happen?
I think we sing a lot in the house.
Yeah.
Obviously. Yes. When we are at the studio, so we sing different genres, of music. You get, so sometimes from movies, and I think one of us raised the song, and that's what happens a lot in the house. When one person raises a song,
everybody
somebody's harmonizing. Before you know it, everybody has joined in it. So I think that's exactly what happened that day. It's a usual thing.
Yeah, I've seen other videos too, and I'm like, I like this. Now let's talk about hymns, and I used to call it, and a lot of people would have called it the same thing. I'm not claiming to be the one who said what I'm about to say, but it's what I believed. The dying art form of hymns. I grew up with hymns. Most of us did.
Yes.
I remember in primary school, we had this blue hymnal, songs of praise. They don't have it anymore in schools. You don't see it anywhere, right?
No, really.
We had it. It was something that you had to have coming to school. You need to buy it when your parents take you to your shopping, when you're buying books for the new year or your new class. You're buying that blue hymnal, songs of praise. So that's how much hymns we had growing up. But somewhere along the line, politics and other things watered down Nigerian education. It's not what we want to discuss here. We just want to discuss hymns.
Okay.
But I had to establish that background. That's how much hymns we had. Then you find out that the hymns are gone. The only place you get to hear hymns is when you go to certain type of churches. Not all churches. Certain type of churches or certain type of events. But hymns are meant to be a part of our lives.
Yes.
Because there's a hymn for everything.
Yes.
You guys agree?
Yes.
So the art form of hymns were dying. And I make bold to say, and I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything or make anybody feel good. Hymnodia has done within the space of a year what many people wouldn't have been able to do by bringing hymns back to the fore.
True.
Yes.
You guys agree?
Yes. Absolutely.
So, Hymnodia is something we should applaud and welcome.
Seriously.
What have you really in detail now benefited from being a part of this project? Like from the I'm glad that people like Olumide and Kenneth are involved in the faculty, but there are other people, all of them together with the judges have done nothing for you or something for you. Emmanuel, what are those things that you have benefited from Hymnodia, that you have learned from it, that you have gleaned and made a part of you? And going forward, what are the things you're going to do?
Just like you said, hymns has always been a part of me, my growing up, and I came to a point where I was thinking of doing hymns in different ways, having variety of ways of doing hymns.
Yeah.
It got suppressed, but I thank God for Hymnodia, where I got to find like minds, where I got to see that this thing could actually be real.
A platform
Where this thing could actually be made real. I had plans. I have to dig them out again and begin to push. It got to a point I had a cappella vocal band.
Wow.
Like I had a couple of them. We would do hymns, we get hymns, we dissect, we do them
You
in different
tweak it,
shapes, have an arrangement and all of that. At some point, a cappella started evolving, and then hymns started fading, and I had myself go through all that, but I thank God for Hymnodia right now, because it's a platform that has helped to open my eyes and told me that, hey, you need to actually do something.
This is what you should be doing.
Yes, you need to do something
about it.
How
many hymns have you written now?
So far,
your original compositions.
Well, I've written most of my hymns in Hymnodia.
Do we have a number?
I'd say 8.
Wow.
Say 8.
And you only had to use one during the competition. Apart from the audition process, there was one that you had to come up with your own original composition and all of that. So what about you, Ogochukwu? What have you learned from Hymnodia? What has Hymnodia done for you? What have the coaches, the faculty, and everybody done? What have you learned? What have you gleaned?
Okay, before I came to Hymnodia, I used to think I was a certain type of singer, to a certain level. You understand? Hymnodia kind of humbled me. You understand? Hymnodia made me understand that it's not just about going to church and sitting down with the choir and singing,
Oh, I have the voice also.
No, it's not enough. The voice is not enough. But then I came and met a lot of, masters of the arts in music, in performance, in hymn writing, in a lot of things. Our judges, our faculty, not to mention names, there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I learned hymn writing, composition. I learned to appreciate hymns better, because even in my church, I'm Catholic, so in my church we do hymns, but in fact I don't think I've seen the number of hymns. I don't think when I came to know that I don't know majority of the hymns. I didn't know them.
It's
before.
almost as if, look, you were living in one particular bubble, then you now find yourself in this planet of hymns.
I came to Hymnodia and I kept hearing new hymns. Like, so these hymns actually exist, and the meaning, as in the lyrics. Oh my God! The hymns are just everything. So I came to appreciate hymns better. I came to learn the art of writing poems, not just hymns. Poems. I came to appreciate the art of performance. I've never been a performer before. I started my original musical career on Hymnodia stage, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things.
A big stage it was.
A lot of things.
A big stage it was, right?
Yes.
Very big stage. Very big.
How many hymns have you written now?
I think
it's not a competition. Don't worry. I just want to know for knowing sake.
I know we wrote before we left the house for the lockdown. We wrote during the lockdown. We came back and kept writing. So I don't know, it should be like doing that 6, 7, 8 hymns.
Fantastic. And these are new compositions that we will add to our our library
Library
of hymns. You
Yes.
get our library of hymns, which is basically an achievement for
Yes.
every single person, based on what you know.
Okay.
At least you've lived with these people for weeks.
Based on what I know, my opinion, by the grace of God, he survives probation.
Stephen is very good.
He's amazing.
Yeah. I saw this worship thing that you did and all of that. It was beautiful. And
Yes.
you, sir, you. I saw some stuff you've done too. You guys are amazing. But I'm going to ask you the same question.
This is a bit difficult.
Don't worry. Now it's not about sentiments. Now it's about you have attained a level that the people in the house have not. Now you are on a plane. I'm telling you, you can do a lot of things now. So with your experience, because people who are out there also want this insight. Oh, okay, so this guy who knows this person is tipping this person and that. So that's what I want you to do.
Well, for me, Duke, this guy is a fighter. He's relentless. I don't know how to put it. Like,
You just can't find the word.
he just gets to the job, and Duke for me.
All right, so Duke and Steve are the people that you guys have nominated, and let's see how it pans out.
I'm going to push for the proper place, a very good place for hymns in my church. I'm going to push the gospel of hymns, particularly. I'll start from there. Then my music career, I want to push. Started with my a cappella band.
Continue to do all of that.
To do my music,
but the hymns will not die.
Hymns will not die.
Oguchuku.
Okay. For the future, I see myself being a better writer, hymn writer, poem writer. Yes, and in the music scenery. Wow. I want to keep doing, music, singing gospel music, and at least winning people to the Christian fold through music.
And on that note, we say thank you for coming through.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
A big thank you to the executive producers of Hymnodia, Kufre and Ezine Ekanem. Thank you to the entire faculty, the entire judges, and everybody working behind. There's so many people working behind the scenes: the cameramen, the editors, the script writers, everybody, people doing a whole lot of stuff, even the food lady and all of that. Thank you to everybody. God bless you, God guide you, God keep you.
Amen.
And we'll see you guys again, at least for the finale and all of that, amongst other things.
Amen.
Thank you for coming to Boom Radio.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you for
are
having
glad
us.
that you made it this far, and we'll be keeping tabs on you guys going forward.
Thank you.
My guys here, I have to sign out. Thank you very much. God bless you. I am
Thank you.
excited. And on this note, we're going to go back to the music. And remember to catch Hymnodia on this station 7 a.m. on Sunday. And very soon, I think from maybe the end of this month, some of your recordings is going to be on radio. We're going to be
Wow.
playing them and all of that, So just tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody about it. That's what it is. God bless you. A big shout out to in-house our producers here, Dolupo Balogun, Tokumbo Jakule, Roland Dosumu. Thank you guys. God bless you guys. Peace.